Alright, hello everybody, this is Mr. Bill, and today I'm looking at my first attempts of doing some summer tubbing. I got three 275-gallon IBC totes, which I've just simply cut the top out of, and well, I've got a bunch of hornwort thrown into this one, and some mollies and some goldfish. I mean, I know you're not supposed to keep them together, but quite honestly, I didn't have anywhere really to keep the mollies. I wasn't planning on keeping them. I bought out somebody's attempt at starting their own little fish room, and well, the mollies came with the other stuff that I wanted. And like I said, I didn't have anywhere else to put them, so I figured I'd throw them out here for the summer and just let them swim around and see how they did. I don't know how well they're going to show up on camera, but if you can see right underneath that hornwort, there is a bunch of little orange specks in the water. But yeah, I have about 2 dozen mollies out here, and the reason the water's brown isn't that it's dirty. It's unfortunately a side effect of the food I'm feeding them. It's mostly the food for the goldfish, but it turns the water this god-awful color. But a good sign of that is I know I've slightly overfed the fish when the water turns this color, and well, if I don't feed them for a couple of days, the nice green color comes back, like over here. This has had an algae bloom that has quite honestly gotten a little out of control. But I have some rosy red minnows in here. Quite a few, actually. And I haven't been feeding them the same thing, well, not quite as much. And as you can see, there's a nice amount of algae going on here. You got a couple of leaves floating in it. I'm not that concerned about the leaves, so I'm just going to leave it alone. Like I said, this was my first attempt at doing the outdoor tubbing this year, and I just want to see how they do on their own. I'm not giving them any aeration. I have been adding a little bit of water here and there, and yeah, they seem to be doing all right. They come out here, and depending on what time of day, there's quite a few of them that come up to the surface to, there we go, just had a little group of them come up right there. They come up, check out what's going on whenever I'm out here. So that brings us to my middle tank. And these guys have done extremely well. They got put in here somewhere around the beginning of June. And quite honestly, I only had about 50 in here. And the population seems to have taken off quite a bit. I don't know how well they're showing up on camera. But yeah, there are a bunch of these little guys in here. Now, I'm going to take a scoop out of here and show you what I'm got going on. But at the beginning of this month, I decided to throw a couple others in here. 2 to be exact. Just 2. Get a little water here. Might be able to scoop up a few of these guys and just get this bucket. Hopefully I can get a couple. Yeah. Duckweed. I don't know how well these guys are showing up. The sun's kind of bright out here. But here, I'm going to take a scoop and see what we can get. A little bit harder with one hand than what I was counting on, but try to flip that over there. And my net, if I can get this guy shook out here. Yep, this net, gotta admit, I kind of like. Kind of ridiculous looking, but it's a butterfly net from the 99-cent store. But it's got a nice long bamboo handle on it. Nice big net. I figured it would make dipping these guys out of these ponds a little easier, a lot better than, you know, just using the little nets that I would use inside. Oh, and that water's kind of cloudy. But yeah, these are some wild type guppies. I know a lot of people use these as feeder guppies, but I'm not really interested in feeding these to like my cichlids. They got a lot of color to them. I got a lot of females in this batch. I'd like to count a few more males out so you can see the colors. And I'm noticed I'm getting a lot of variety out of them. I'm going to pour these guys back in. Try to without dropping the camera and everything. But yeah, I started out, like I said, with approximately 50 in here. And now that I got them stirred up a little bit, I think they're all went and hid on me down at the bottom. I don't want to stir up the bottom too much. But pretty much the entire bottom of this I have covered with hornwort. There's some other plants that kind of got thrown in there. That was pretty much just mixed in with the hornwort. But yeah, I'd probably say there's about 50 pounds of hornwort in each one of these tubs. Which I know is going to be extremely hard when I go to clean this out. And I don't know if you guys can see all the little fry that are back in that back side there, but this thing is just plumb full of these little guys. So yeah, today I'm probably going to add about another 20-25 gallons of water into here. I got some fresh water I had aging out here. I also have a supply of green water, which is on the other side of the yard, which means I'm going to have to set up my pump and run a hose over to here. I also noticed I got some scuds that have started in this tank. So I think these guys are getting a good supply of food. I think I have messed up by not doing some sort of netting over the top. I've just been taking like the lids and setting over to give them shade. Where like that one, you can see when I cut out the top, I left it so that the bars could hold the top, and then, you know, I can just set them right back up onto the tanks anytime I want to kind of cover them. But yeah, all in all, I'm pretty happy with this. Now, I did mention I put a couple other fish in here. The two fancy guppies, usually I can see them. I put in two females. I'm wanting them to hopefully have a few fry of their own. Usually I can spot them out there a fair bit larger than these guys, for the most part. And one of them has a really pretty blue tail that usually shows up, like I said, pretty easily when the water's not been dyed brown. Hang on just a second, see if that was of these. Yeah, that isn't the one I was looking for, but I don't know how well you can see her. But yeah, she definitely looks a lot more plump than what she did. I believe I just had the UPS man show up. So, like I was saying, believe me, this girl is definitely a lot more round. If focus is on her, we can get her, than what she was when she got put in here. So hopefully she's going to have a few fry while she's out here. Probably got another 2 months at least to be outside here. The rest of July and August. I would have liked to caught the other one. I know it's in here. I seen it earlier. It looked like it was doing well. But yeah, these guys seem to have really taken off out here. And I'm kind of wishing I would have put the other wild guppies that I have out here as well. Although, that may have been too many for this tank. I'm beginning to think what I have in it right now might be way too many for this tank. Either way, that's my outdoor ponds. And I'm going to be doing a few more of these videos over the course of the summer, just kind of keeping track of how things are going. And I might move a few more females that I have inside and out here. I'm hoping to get a lot of color out of the fry. I don't know, I've never mixed the wild guppies with fancy guppies before. Seen examples of what other people have gotten. So I'm hoping to get, some decent looking guppies. Oh, and there's the one with the blue tail that just swam by. And immediately went to hide in the glare of the sun, so I can't really see it. But like I was saying, that's about all for this video. Might toss them in a little bit of food here. I'm feeding these guys a ground up pellet. That I've taken and ground up pretty fine. And like I said, the problem with that is this stuff, because I'm grinding up so much that I'm trying to turn most of it into a powder so that the little bitty guys be able to readily eat it. The side effect to that is it has definitely been turning the water this god-awful brown looking color. And while I'm out here, let's toss the goldfish and the mollies a little bit. See if we can get them to come up and get a bite to eat. The mollies aren't shy about coming up to eat, but the goldfish, well, there we go. We got a couple of them up. Yeah, I don't expect to get a whole lot of fry production out of this tank. I know the goldfish are probably way too young you can see them all just sitting right there, just under the water. I got to admit, I've been enjoying having these tanks out here a lot more than what I thought I would. Yeah. Alright, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll be able to put up a few more videos here in the near future. Thank you and have a good day.